talking about AI,
Yeah.
what do you think are the best tools people should be using, or the best tools you guys would recommend?
Yeah, so I'll plug us now. If you go to aiacquisition.com, like we share not just like what our tools do, but also all of the third-party tools that we leverage, because what we do is we focus on creating successful businesses. We don't want to be all things to everyone. We focus on client acquisition, and we're very good at that. So there's a lot of, other tools out there which are great for example, we use Delphi that creates, AI avatars, which I don't know if you've used it. It could be really good.
Not we use Delphi. We started using HeyGen. And
Okay, yeah. So Delphi's it allowed us to like program all of our basic content into, so then our clients can just ask it questions, and it's literally me talking back to them. Like, I don't need to recreate that because there's already a tool out there that's very cost effective and it works. But instantly, one that we mentioned, we still use that for the lead generation system. We've done some really cool integrations with it. So there's a website called There's an AI for that, or for this. So yeah, I think the tools out there, there's literally so many you can use, but it goes back to that like being overwhelmed. It's that like, what diet would I be on? Or should I do ads? Should I do TikTok? Should I do Facebook? It's not going to be the tool that makes you rich. It's going to be understanding the problem in the market, how to apply the tool, and how to leverage the business model. And that's what we did for years. We did this for like 3.5 years, services and consulting, and now we've been able to put that IP into the technology, which now gets the results, because you work and you understand the information space very well. Information is great as long as someone uses it, right? Not everyone does. Those people who do normally get exceptional results as long as they buy the right information. But if you provide that information and support with the right tool, you just really improve the likelihood of success, and it gives a good level of tangibility as well. So I think that once you start to understand those components and put them together, that's when you can really start to get outsized returns.
How do you, like, the evolution of AI in the last 12 months is insane in terms of like progression. What do you see that looking like in the next 12 to 24 months?
I definitely think it'll be like B2B SaaS, whereas there'll be players for the enterprise markets and then there'll be players for the SMBs. I do see it being split like that already within the marketplace. I do see that there's going to be leading businesses, like how the HubSpots grew, how the Shopify's grew, how the Salesforces grew. That's what we're really focused on is that. Just being honest and direct, we're looking for that level of market share and growth now within our business. But most business owners are above the age of 40, right? They don't have a lot of growth mindset. They don't have time to invest in AI. They don't have time to learn it. So I think that there's just a huge opportunity for entrepreneurs and for individuals who want to learn, who want to do things, who want to make money, to actually help these business owners to transform, similar to how people now outsource marketing, right? Because you can't hire a good marketer, they're already rich. So you have to use an agency most of the time if you want to get really good results. That's still true for most people. I think that's going to be the same with AI. So I think that's how the market's going to shape up. And then I think the technology part of it, the amount of billions that's been invested, like Amazon just invested $100 billion into their AI agents platform. That's like 10x the biggest investment that they've ever made, just to put it into context. That's Amazon. Microsoft just invested $90 billion and laid off 9,000 people. I think if you're not paying attention to that and where business is going, you're really going to struggle. And the technology is going to get easier. It's going to get better to use. It's going to become more user-friendly. From a business perspective, there's just so much money to be made with that because the tools are getting easier. But someone's going to need to be able to apply those tools to real business applications. And the people who do that are going to make a lot of money. And there's going to be a lot of, obviously, money made from the software providers as well. That's how you're seeing. If you mentioned a couple of N8N, it's got a $2.5 billion valuation, lovable, built on top of Claude, the fastest company to $100 million ever. So it's like all these things are definitely moving in that direction. And I think I'm pleased we're part of the conversation. I feel very privileged. I feel very excited to be a part of it. But I think for the average person and for the average business owner who doesn't adopt it, things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. And I think what we're seeing in the UK, right, I think there's a lot of other reasons as well. But I think that's a prime example of like when you stop investing in yourself, when you stop investing in your people, when you stop doing the right things, like the wrong things happen. So I think when you know that there's a massive technological trend, which is, it's big on the internet at the moment in terms of the transformation that's creating in business. It's far already exceeded cryptocurrency. It's kind of like the Industrial Revolution again. So I think, when you look at those things, some people get very wealthy, create generational wealth, and other people fall into poverty. And that is the reality of it. And I think that no one person, no one business, no one government can sanction and stop it. So then it's just like, well, if you can't beat it, you have to join it.
That was my approach from the beginning. It's like transparent. I almost didn't want AI to happen because everything was going swimmingly, and I'm like, I started looking at like what's happening. It's like with AI, and I was like, fuck, like. And it took me maybe a month or two to kind of compartmentalize that, like, this wasn't going to take over my life, and like I'm not like think, because then what dawned on me, and I remember distinctly Dan Priestley saying this to me, is that like, say instead of you having a marketing team of 100, you have a marketing team of but the 2 best people, who would utilize AI,
who are the highest leverage people, who are amazing. Our marketing team is so small. Take one of the smallest teams because it's so high leverage, and unfortunately, I think it's going to happen to sales reps over the next. I think next year we'll have AI sales reps for sure. Video calls.
Is in like face-to-face via Zoom.
Yeah. I think it's like, it's that.
But,
it's
that
good. The phone isn't like nearly there. Like we're nearly there with the phone. I think video could probably be next year based on the way technology is moving. But then for a sales manager, for a sales lead, for someone who's good at writing scripts, for someone who's good at programming, imagine how much leverage that person has, because they can go across thousands of businesses and give the best sales scripts, the best advice. Like we've created a live sales call analyzer. So when our clients are on sales calls, they literally get advice in the Zoom call of what to say, what question to ask, what they missed, what to double back on, what pain points to hit on live on the Zoom call. Like, and then we have an offline one where you just literally upload the transcript, pull through the whole script, what you did wrong on the rapport side, did you ask for referrals? Like, did you hold the frame right? Gives you a full breakdown. We had to hire someone to do that for our clients full time back in the day. Now just AI literally does everything. And instead of reviewing like 2 sales calls a week, we can now review every single one. So the leverage that it's given businesses is just insane. But I think from a human side, right, apart from like the weird dark side of like, kind of like porn and OnlyFans. That's going to get weird, right? Yeah. That's definitely going to get weird. But I think the day-to-day living, I can't see it changing that much our day-to-day for a while. I think the biggest transformation, in my opinion, is in businesses. But it might just be because I'm so focused on business, but I don't really see my personal life having changed that much. Okay, now I use like ChatGPT instead of Google. Like, well, it's not massively different, but business is just insanely different.